Really just been with the family, being a husband, being a father, eliminating some distractions that just allow me to focus on, what's real, what's now, you know what I'm saying? Just transitioning out of just a previously different life. I think the word pruning is a word that Kim uses a lot and that I agree with 100%, is a word that would describe this summer for us, We've been blessed without a doubt, you know what I'm saying? But, this season of our lives has been a lot of loss, a lot of redirection and correction, and for me personally, God just showing me things that I need to work on, throughout this transition away from football. It can be a very more emotional and I don't know, we've been playing football for what? I've been playing football since I remember taking my first breath, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think the word that I would use to describe would be pruning.
Where have I been? I feel like I've basically been hiding in plain sight. I've been, popping in, popping out occasionally. I feel like I've been really vocal about where I feel like God has kind of changed my heart posture in regards to how I live and how I show up on social media. I've just been craving more intimacy and just trying to unlearn some of the busyness and some of, just the demands that come with the culture that we live in, the social media culture that we live in, the consumerism culture we live in. And it's almost as if God was preparing my heart and helping me to learn to be more intentional and slow down for this season. This season broke me and reshaped me in ways that I'll forever be grateful for. I think it was necessary. I know that my perseverance grew. I know that my character grew. I know that my wisdom grew. And I'm just grateful for that. If I had to describe this season of life with one word, I think I would choose dormant. I felt like a seed that was planted in the ground. It was dark often, a little cold sometimes, a little alone sometimes, but I just had to trust that the Lord was watering me and that me blooming in the next season was going to inevitably come. And we know that that inevitably comes. And it doesn't make it a seed growing in the dark may not be the most comfortable place for the seed. But it's necessary to bloom. And I think that that was what I was kind of sitting in. It wasn't comfortable being alone. It wasn't comfortable, it wasn't comfortable growing all the time, but I knew that growing has to come from the blossom, and I think it was all worth it in the end. But I don't mean for all of this to sound like a pity party. Amidst it all, we have been exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and I am very, very grateful for that. I think, there are ebbs and flows. There's a time for everything and there's a season for everything. And this season had a few more unexpected lows than I guess I would have written on my bingo card. But hey, today is the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it.
Like I was saying previously, I think just faithfulness, like showing God that throughout any situation, any good time, bad time, trying time, time for joy, that you, for one, realize that it's Him who has ordered our steps to get to that or to get in that situation to deal with that. But it's also a reason, like, asking God, what are you trying to show me? What do I need to be learning throughout all this? So I think just, I'm not gonna lie, there has been a lot of anger in there, not necessarily with me and towards God, but just the situation and things that I can't handle and just everything encompassing. So, I feel like sometimes that can be a lack of faith as well. And, we all fall short, so we all have our things that we deal with. So, but it's so easy to be like, God, why is this happening to me? And so on. But really just trying to focus on what's He trying to teach me, and still looking to Him for guidance and seeking direction. And what spirit would I want to grow next and focus on? I think self-control has always been a big one. As humans, you know, we sometimes can be, I don't know how to say this. Just we're in such a world of overconsumption, and you know, if this makes you feel good, you should do it, or if this makes you happy, you should prioritize that. And just, it can be with anything. It can be with eating too many snacks, which is like me too, or it could be with playing a game too much, or just anything really that we just, too much of anything is just bad for you. Too much water is bad for you. Too much TV is bad for you. You know what I'm saying? So I think just self-control and being able to just defeat my flesh, obviously, is, I think, is one of the biggest challenges. And I admire people who have that self-control, because I feel like that's just one of the hardest things to, you just got to beat that little mind, or that little, I don't know, mind or voice in your head, I'm saying. And yeah, I think that's the next fruit of the spirit that I really just want to, you know what I'm saying, grow in.
Out of all the fruits of the Spirit, which one would I say I strengthened in this past season? Perseverance, long suffering, depending on, your translation of the fruits of the Spirit. But I would say both of those were definitely worked on, and I look forward to exercising joy as my fruit of the Spirit.
I think I've grown a lot spiritually throughout this season, just learning how to seek God and, you know what I'm saying, run to Him, even in times of trial and confusion, you know what I'm saying, and reading His Word, educate myself on His actual Word, you know what I'm saying, is what I feel like we as a household have been doing a great job on. You know, Kim always does that really well. That's sometimes where I can lack, so being able to learn that, and moving slower, and just like moving slower and slowing down and not having as many distractions, you know, has been beneficial, not only for me and my family, but just like my relationship, you know, with the Lord.
I think God was repositioning our heart and helping us to learn to focus on our home in preparation for everything that we were going to have to juggle this summer. This summer came to us from all different angles. From Jeff officially deciding to retire from football, to us not having childcare, to some situations with people that just ended in ways that we really hoped they would not. My grandfather passed away this summer, unfortunately. Jeff's dad battled and won cancer this summer, thank God. Um, Grace tried to go out on me this summer. There was just a lot of stuff happening that I think I needed to be focused on what was going on in the home and not what was getting posted on socials. That was like so much of an afterthought, and I'm really grateful for that because, my home is ultimately where I feel led to serve the most intentionally.
What's a message I want to leave to Jason Kimura? Just that, you know, Daddy loves you so much. I'm so thankful to have you two, as my son, as my daughter, and as our son and our daughter. You guys are incredibly joyful, incredibly intelligent. Everyone who meets you guys is always saying that y'all are the happiest two babies that they've seen. They think y'all are twins all the time. So it's amazing to see you guys' age gap get so much closer, because, you know, Jason's at the point he's always trying to run Kamara over with while playing football, and Kamara's always getting him back. I caught her hitting Jace with the freaking vacuum tube the other day, and that was funny, but not funny, but yeah, just that I love you, and I'm just so blessed to be able to be more present at home with you guys and really be able to focus on what's going on now and not be looking forward to, you know, OTAs or football practice or what I'm dealing with outside of the house. So I'm looking forward to being able to pour into you guys in just every way. I love you guys so much. You guys have been a blessing, to say the least. Daddy is trying his best, I promise you. Daddy and Mommy are doing their best. Daddy and Mommy love each other so much, and yeah, we will always be here for you guys. Right now you're 3-1, so when you see this, it'll be crazy. But yeah, I love you guys so much.
If I could leave a short message for Jace and Kamora, my babies, I would say to always let your light shine, for you are a light put on a hill for all to see. And I just pray that God always holds you and protects you, and that you guys continue to seek Him first and foremost with all of your heart, mind, and soul. Um, Parenting you guys has shown me parenting you guys has showed me how to truly have a childlike faith, and has put a mirror up to my face in the ways that God tries to love and teach and protect us and be our friends and be our comforters and be our protectors. And I think it's in a way that I would have never been able to fully understand and fully comprehend had I not had the privilege of raising you both. And I just thank you so much for that gift. You guys are two of the most joy-filled, genuine, happy, loving, cuddly babies I've ever met in my life. And you guys light up any room that you walk into, and I pray that you never, ever lose that.
A message I'll leave for Kim, that I'm just so thankful for the environment that you've created in our home. You've been consistently a woman after the Lord, and it's not only helped me, but I know the kids see it, and you exude that every day to everyone that you meet, and it's amazing to see. I know this season for us has been the most trying and wavering and just trying season for us, and I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your the love, and like how we both had to work on things in each other to be better for each other. So I can definitely see you trying, and I hope you can see me trying as well.
But if I had to leave a message for Jeff, my husband and my best friend, I would tell you that I see you. I see your heart. I see the man that you are. I see your effort, your creativity, your humor, and I love so much about you. Okay, I love so much about you sounds like I don't love everything about you, which I mean, I guess is the truth. It just doesn't sound as nice as I wanted it to sound. Anyways, you are a needle in a haystack. I'm so, so, so grateful for you. I would never, ever want to be with anybody besides you. You are my best friend. You are where my heart feels the safest. You are where my soul feels the safest. And it's hard to even know how to exist without you, even in the space of creating and posting and sharing. When you were not doing it with me, I really lost all desire to do it. I just want to be where you are. I want to be next to you through every stage and journey that we go through. And I just am so grateful for how you love me, how you love the kids, how you love our family, and how you're always willing to do better, and always look in the mirror and always be willing to just try to love me in the best way that you can, and to be an example of Christ in our household and the head of our household. You just provide us with so much safety, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and I thank you and I love you. And I'm excited to see what you do next. I think you have a lot of gifts and talents that you have barely chipped away at the surface, and I'm super proud of how you've taken this time to just reflect and hurt and try to move on and grow and transition. And what you do next, I'm sure the Lord will bless, and I'm super excited to be your helper in it. My advice to anyone going through a season like the one I'm coming out of and just have been going through would be to just grow through it and submit to the season that the Lord has you in. That doesn't mean to wallow and just sit in it complacently, but allow yourself to feel what he wants you to feel. Allow yourself to ponder and meditate on what you could be learning in this season. And don't just spend your time wishing it all away. Um, I think long suffering is a fruit of the spirit because, as the Bible says, you truly produce perseverance and character and hope through the seasons where you have nobody else to rely on but the Lord, or the few people that He's brought into your life, and you just need to sit in where He has you. I think you should just let your character be developed. Don't rush it, and try your best to learn what he's trying to teach you, and just be willing to submit to his redirection and his plan and his wisdom and what he's trying to tell you in that season.
I would encourage anybody who's going through such a big transition in life, as I am, to just run to God. He doesn't want us to run to Him. He doesn't want us to run to Him, when we think we got it all figured out. He wants us to come to Him broken, and so that we may be filled through Him. So especially if you're the man of the house, the head of the home. I was watching someone preach or teach the other day, but he was just speaking on how as a man your family will rise and fall to the level, that we're at spiritually, physically, emotionally, all that, or all those things. So I would just encourage people to be as proactive as possible, not as reactive. Of course life won't be perfect and things come up, things change, whether that's on our own time or just like abruptly. So just focus on being proactive and not reactive, and just seeking God and just following Him and His word.
Ultimate goal is to be as much like Christ as possible. And the more you learn the heart of Christ and who Christ is and how perfect He is, I think as a Christian, sometimes you also start to see your shortcomings a lot more. And, just finding that balance between understanding that His grace is always sufficient, but not to be complacent, or really use that grace with a heart of like selfishness, and to be able to cover your shortcomings, and like his grace is sufficient, his grace is sufficient. And also not condemning yourself though when you see how far you fall short of the glory of God. I feel like I tried to check the boxes off of like having good fruit when I felt confident that, almost like look dad, like, I'm being a good wife, I'm being a good mom, I'm managing our money well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I think this season brought me from like the daddy-daughter relationship of God to the Christ, my fellow sufferer and friend. And I think that that was also profound for my spiritual maturity, is also understanding that like when I'm just sad and I don't need like the dad lesson, I can also find that in Christ, and I can find that sadness in that friend that weeps when I weep and is sad when I'm sad, and picks me up. um, and that has been really comforting as well. I think this season of life, I was just able to see how much God can comfort us and how near He is to the brokenhearted. And, God has just been so gracious that sometimes I think when I go through a hard season, I kind of sweep it under the rug, like, no, but everything is so good. Like, God is so great because He's done this, this, and this. And while all that is true, God also knows that some things hurt and some things are difficult, and He is still willing to comfort you through those trials as well, and not just completely dismiss it and just say that just because I have breath in my lungs, I'm not also sad about this situation I'm going with and this situation I'm going through. But I still praise you for the breath in my lungs. So I think I've been able to just be more vulnerable with God in situations where I don't feel, just 100% at ease. And, that's not what we're called to live anyways. So
Testing.
One of them at least.
Huh?
I said one of them at least. Mosquitoes, they suck.
What's up?
Yeah,
I feel weird kind of holding it.
that's what I'm saying. Just clip it to your hoodie and then you can just talk to me.
I kind of want to hold it, but it feels awkward.
Okay.
I think your water bottle in front of your face.
No. Dang. Yeah, we just came to have a chill little relaxing into the video. The kids are asleep. We should really be in bed, but we wanted to finish the video together.
It's only 9:50. It's not too late.
No, it's 9:50 and we still have to take a shower and like, you know, a chill shower maybe.
Anyway, yeah, we didn't come into this with a plan of anything to talk about. We just have been MIA, so
We wanted to say
just
hey.
wanted to show up and say what's up.
Oh, wait.
Trying a new kind of style of editing.
Yeah, we've been exploring our editing more and like, you know, just trying to figure out how we want to show up as like creators and as a couple and a team. Like, what are our goals? What are our dreams? What do we feel like aligns with the will of God? And, you know, where is He pulling us? So things may, you know, feel a little different. Things, I guess, may feel the same, but I highly doubt they will because I think that we're just like, you know, living differently. I think our focuses
Content-wise?
have shifted. Like, I really don't think I want to be the creator that like posts every single day and like has a bunch of like link clicks and like,
Just want to keep it real.
yeah,
And
I
just,
would rather like be creative and like share my life and like do things in life and just like storytell and capture that rather than like the whole persona of the content is, I don't know how to
just
say
an
it.
influencer.
Yeah, I think I want to be a I mean, but I do want to influence, but I don't, but not in the way that I think.
Just
The
figuring it out.
typical-
You just want to spread the good word and spread your life and be an example.
Yeah, I guess I just want to, you know.
Yeah, I think time being away from social media was good because it just allowed us to furthermore slow down
Right,
in such a world that throws so much information at you throughout the day.
right,
And it can be addicting whether you're doing it on purpose or not.
right. Yeah, the phone addiction is crazy. I'm really trying to work on that. Like, not always feeling like you need to carry it from one room to the next or like, you know, just let it be. But yeah, it's so crazy that like while you were on your social media break, I felt like I had no desire to really do like social media, and I'm curious to see if that's like true and I am completely pivoting into like, you know, another direction, or if it's just the fact that like, you know, you were taking your space and we weren't able to like do content together.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of everything like we just said.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy it. I like making videos, I like editing.
Yeah, and you're really creative.
Yeah, and just sharing your story is fun. It keeps you kind of also disciplined, and you know, you want to, I don't know, share your message, good and bad. Go through things and good and bad, I guess. Yeah.
We're excited about doing the few upcoming months or time.
I'm excited about doing.
Or like, what would you like to do more? What are you looking forward to?
But we're about to be traveling a lot, really. So.
Looking forward to it? Are you looking forward to it?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Because I get busy throughout all that. You get home for 2 weeks, get settled. I'm about to start sneezing. You get home for a couple of weeks, get settled, and you gotta, like, we're going to Disney twice. I guess going to California. Yeah, so I guess California counts as that. But we're going to California for 2 weeks. Then we're going to Arizona for SOTV.
Yeah, there's a lot coming up.
But yeah.
I need to sit down and plan SOTB some. You guys, SOTB is going to Arizona, November 13th through 16th. I'm not sure where I'll cap the tickets off, but I'd say there's really only like 5 to 7 more tickets left that I would let be purchased at this point, because I like the group to stay like somewhat intimate. So yeah, grab your ticket if you would like to go, share the news. I'm super excited about that. The trips are always amazing. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. We thought we would kind of pull you into what life has been like over this summer, the past few months. I think we just, took a step back from everything to just focus in on the house. I feel like the way we tried to like film it should be like, I don't know, I'm excited to see how we put all the clips together because we tried to like do it with a little bit more style while still like storytelling and being vulnerable and stuff like that. But we hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you watched to the end. I'm still seeing mosquitoes at the corner of my eye.
Yeah, it's time to go inside.
They're everywhere.
Let's have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Oh yeah, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whenever you're watching this. We love you guys, appreciate you guys. God bless you guys, and see you soon.